Hello, folks. It is me. I'm Biggy and I'm back, and this is Let's Play Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic's Obscura. And when we last left off, we're about to talk to the King of Durnholm, and yeah, that's where we're going to actually uh, do. And he's gonna send us on a quest, probably if we talk to him. What brings an outsider to my chambers? How do you place me as from beyond the city's walls? Ah, okay. You do not have the look of a citizen of Cumbria. And what would the subject of Cumbria have? What luck would I have? We are poor people now, with limited resources, and I fear citizens are slowly starving. Cursed technology has toppled my dear Cumbria from its former glory. And how did all this happen then? I courted the mages of Tulla in an effort to defeat the technology-driven madness of Arlen. They swore technology was weak compared to the magics they wielded, yet it was strong enough to defeat our economy. Well, why haven't the mages helped? They could not face the truth, and after they ignored their ignorance to me, eventually they all fled. Perhaps I could be of service. I have a need of a courier. There appears to be some sort of problem with Blackroot, one outlying provinces. I could just use some look into it. So, what's the nature of this problem then? 2 years ago, Blackroot sent word that they could not meet their taxes. Their crops have failed. I haven't heard from them since. I need want to investigate and collect what I'm owed. 5 gold bars, I believe. What's the job worth then? If you succeed in retrieving my taxes, you'll be entitled to 200 coins, and of course my everlasting gratitude. Well, consider it done. And that's it. That's all we needed to do to talk about with the king. There are some stuff that you could loot here if you so wish, but let me just unclick that button right now. But yeah, that's pretty much us being done with Durnholm. There's a couple more people we could actually meet if we're interested in bringing them along. Well, actually, let's go meet one of them now. But this character is unfortunately a character we could actually recruit, but we can't right now, thanks to the fact that we reached the max number of followers. And that being said, let's go ahead and meet her. This is Dana. Greetings, madam. Might I ask who you are? My name's Jaina. Jaina Styles. Greetings, madam. Have you a moment? What are you doing here in Durnholm? What am I doing here? Well, what does anyone really do in Durnholm? Not much to do with this town. Not much to do in this town. Wasn't always this way. To hear the way my parents used to talk about it, though. I guess you could say I'm a healer, if I'm anything at all. So what sort of healing do you do? Well, I don't really do any of it very well. There hasn't been a decent doctor around here for a long time, and our best midwife died not too long ago, so I really wanted to learn, but there's not really anything to learn from. Anyone to learn from. She gets a determined look in her eyes, but I'm still trying. You see, it's really important to me that I can become a great healer. So why is that, Jaina? Well, she looks to the ground. You see that this is difficult for her to talk about. There was a disease that came to Durnholm a few years ago. As I told you, there hasn't been a doctor here for a long time, and we didn't have any medicines or any shipments from Tarrant, and they were very scarce. And so, well, my parents got sick, you see, and they were so brave right up until the end, but they died. Many others died as here as well. No one knew how to deal with such sickness, and so all we could do is sit here and watch our loved ones pass away. It was then that I decided. What did you decide? I decided I never want to watch people die that way again. I decided to become a great healer, to save others from the pain I felt when I saw my parents die. And so that's what I've been trying to do. So, what are your studies? Are your studies progressing? Not too well, unfortunately. As I said, there's not anyone to learn from around here. I have a little healing skill, but I'm just no good at magic. Actually, I'm very interested in some of the newer technological practices. Really? You think this technology is better? Shh, keep your voice down. Don't you know you can't even talk about such things around here? It's the law. King Praetor got it in his old noggin a long time ago. The technology is terrible. He doesn't want anyone to think about it. You see, is where that's gotten us. Oh, do you know much about that sort of healing? Not a whole lot. I've read a few textbooks. I keep them well hidden, mind you, but there really just isn't much to be learned around here. Why don't you leave? Go to Tarrant, maybe. Yeah, they're all tech people, right? I really can't afford to. My parents really weren't wealthy people, and I don't much make money here in Durnholm. Plus, it's not all that safe for a woman to be traveling all by herself. I'm afraid I'm stuck here for now. And maybe you could come along with us? What? What do you mean? Well, I'm traveling. I could use a scientific healer. Really? I mean, I don't know very much. I don't know how much help I'd be. Perhaps we could, learn together? Oh, yes, that sounds wonderful. I mean, I'll work my very hardest to learn when we're abroad. You can count on me, sir. I won't let you down. So you come along then? And I prefer to adventure with less people. Oh, man. As you can see, goodbye. We hit the maximum number of adventurers, which is unfortunate because Jaina is one of the few healers that are actually the only healer in the game that is tech-based. So that being said, we're going to save over here, and we're going to travel our way back into Shrouded Hills. And barring any side quests or any monsters along the way, I'll see you over there. So I'll be right back. Yep, just some boars. How boring. They're all level 6, so we should be able to hit them just fine. Let's focus fire on the one that's actually being hurt. And we got a level. That's very nice. And is there anything else we could do? We're at level 7. Well, not much. Let's keep going, shall we? And we found ourselves a bear. Level 6, black bear. We're fine. We could barely survive here. Nice. And W for world map. Let's keep going. Ah, darn it. I just spotted the Ginkgo root. Oh well. Let's see if we actually reach Shrouded Hills over here. But yeah, that being said, we have plenty of opportunities to grab random bits of roots and things over here. But anyways, as we move across over here, let's go see Jungle Dun. And I think that should be it. Hello, Mr. Dunn. Have you a moment? I brought your package. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Someday you'll be able to look back and say you helped the man that changed the course of human history. Here's your money. Will you share your secrets with me? Sorry, my good man, but the secret stays with me. I do thank you, though, and wish you best of luck in your travels. Okay, I must go. Good day to you. Let's just leave through the window. There's actually 2 more quests available here in the Shrouded Hills, if you so wish. There's a dude trying to rob a bank in here that we don't want to, mess with at all. So, unless we're wanting to be kind of evil alignment, we shouldn't bother. And then there's a couple of things you could do, like as an evil character. But hello, Constable. A pleasure. Have you a moment? I've heard you had a problem with your steam engine. Yes, as a matter of fact, we're having a slight problem with the whole thing. Seems someone has disabled it, destroyed one of the necessary components. A sprocket, actually. If someone to locate a replacement... Wait, would this be the piece? Well, the one that we got from the mine? By God, that's the very component we've been looking for. I've been offered 100 gold pieces. Are you interested? I think it's worth a little bit more. 120. Fine. Thank you. I must be off. But yeah, that's pretty good. And thinking about things, we could either go firearms. I don't think we could. We would be able to use firearms really good at the moment. Really well, I meant. But that being said, let's actually be done with Shrouded Hills and continue on our merry way to Tarrant. Oh, it's a random bit of Peruta stem here. Oh, that means that we could actually get ourselves another set of healing salves here. Jaina Styles, so you know, is actually a really good healer. For she actually crafts these potions for us. So if you were patient enough playing tech, you could actually spare 1 point in tech. But to be fair, 1 point in the healing tech is not too shabby for the amount of healing the game presents. But this is not the most broken build in the game, though, by far. All right, so I'm going to save and fast travel. And we are headed towards Tarrant. And hopefully we won't meet anybody in the way. We could head to Blackroot, but that's going to be a bit of a detour. And as you can see Tarrant here, it's located right on the river. So let's slowly make sure that I could actually target it, please. Come on, game. Game. Right click. There we go. Much better. And I'm going to show you this because usually what happens is once you walk across a certain spot. Right. I was going to say, okay, these level 1 wolves. What I was going to say is that by making your way across here, you would happen across an area called Torg's Altar. Altar? Goodness. But Trog's Altar, which will be relevant much later in the game once you do a bit of a side quest to get little blessings and things. But as you can see here, you might notice something not quite right about the environment close to Tarrant here. And as you can see, it's just a bunch of...
Are you blind? What in God's... I mean, better luck next time.
Don't critical miss, buddy. Yep. You might notice that it's a little bit barren around here, ain't it? Not a lot of trees. Then you realize what the this is signifying. But here we are. This is Tarrant. Why Tarrant is important is that it is the game's main hub. It is the big city. It is, if you look at the map here, the city's huge. There's actually an area all the way down on the south side called the Boil, which we shouldn't enter yet. But there's also an area up over here where there's like the rich part of town. You also notice a nice big mansion here, and a bunch of nice areas here. There's a boat. There's a couple of things we could do, but there's tons of stuff that we could do in Tarrant. The first thing, though, that we want to actually do in Tarrant is actually walk up and talk to the guards. Could you help me? Can you train me to be an apprentice in Dodge? What about Melee? I must be going. All right. So immediately we've become quite useful here. And if we talk to this lady here, good day, miss. Do you have any one offering work? This beautiful, finely dressed woman casts a cautious glance around before addressing her harsh tones. There is something a resourceful individual may be helping me with. What would that be? We can't talk here. Please, meet me at my house later. I will be able to fill you in on my needs. I reside at 3 Longston Road. Good day. Of course, good day. We could actually head over there if you so wish, but we have a few things we need to do first before we actually head there. And the most important thing we need to do as we move across over here is a small side quest that we could participate in. And this, among many side quests, is probably the most important one for you if you are a tech build. So if we actually head here, talk to this gnome city dweller, and say, "Pray tell, who are you?" "Oh, excuse my rudeness, sir. My name is Simon Plow. I'm a bit of a distracted, as in I'm a bit of a fix. What is your problem, sir?" "I've recently inherited these warehouses here, and I need to sell them off to pay my debts, but I have a rat problem. A big rat problem. And no one is purchasing them for me until the rats are eradicated. So how much would you pay me to do away with these rats then?" "That's the problem, sir. I have no money. And I need the money to sell these properties would give me desperately. You can take whatever you can find as cleaning them out as your payment if you like. There should be at least a few valuable odds and ends of technological nature." "Look, that's no problem, sir. I'll take care of it for you." "Thank you. Please inform me when the rats are all dead." "I'll be going now." And yeah, he gave us a key. Did he give us a key? He must have. Somewhere. But yeah, he unlocked these. No. He unlocked these doors. And if we head right through here. And there's a bunch of rats here. But they're all level 1s. So what I'm going to do is switch over to auto attack here. And yeah, if we head to the desk, we do have the key over here. And a bunch of different items over here. We'll also want to get rid of some of these things. I want to throw my shovel in here and maybe this knife and these parts. Yeah, we don't need these right now. And hopefully, with all of these items out of the way, come on. There we go. We're no longer encumbered. And we could actually head into here. And these are slightly higher level, so we're just going to use the other method here. But I'm actually going to save and then just switch over to auto attack here. And Virgil just fell asleep. He's all right. But that is all the enemies. All right, we are now level 8. We have 3 character points that we could spend. Let's advance time for an hour. And the one thing that you won't know is that actually, once you clear out all these items over here, this area becomes like, because all these chests are locked and crates, like there's these locked chests, and then there's crates, and then there's various bits and bobs in this area here. This actually makes amazing storage, so you could actually store most of your items here. And the reason why that's important right now is because we're about to come up to a point in the game where I want to, let's say, leave Mr. Let Mr. Sog here stay behind for a little bit and recruit a new character and wait for a little bit before we get ourselves another character. Or actually, the smart thing to do would be to just raise 3 points in charisma. 1, 2, 3. And our max followers goes up to 3. Yep. And then we could actually gain a level of persuasion next. And let's talk to Mr. Plow. Yep. Your warehouse is free of rats, sir. Thank you. Quite a, yeah. Sorry, I have nothing to give you but my thanks. That's quite all right. Good day. Experience points is just more than enough. And being able to store stuff over here is also very, very good. But anyways, I'm not sure if this is going to be the end of the episode as of yet, because there's quite some other things to do. But I'll need to actually spend some time emptying my inventory before we go and meet with our next character. That being said, I'm Biggy, and I'll be right back. See you guys in a bit. All right, folks, we are back, and yeah, you could see that Sog is a little bit underdressed here, and the reason being is that Sog right here is going to actually leave our party. First and foremost, this is hardly the best way of doing things here for the game, because I think you better leave the group, Sog. Sog will be, to many people, the best character in a while to be a party member, but I have my reasons for having him leave the group. And the reason being is that we want some more characters that we actually want to quote unquote recruit. Just give me a second while I move on over here. Characters that we want to recruit, at least for me, is ones with relatively interesting dialogue. The first of many will be our next character right now, and it is our friend here, the dwarf. Let's have a talk to him, shall we?
Hello.
Hello. I don't believe we've met. What is your name?
Who might you be to ask a dwarf his name? Bloody ignorant outlander, I'd say. As if a dwarf would give his name.
Yeah, he's actually one of the few other characters that is voiced throughout the game. So meet this dwarf who's actually not willing to give his name. So you want me to apologize for my only question about your name?
Excuse me. You don't need to take such treatment from this dwarf. Bloody annoying little runt, if you ask me.
Opinion noted, Virgil.
I mean, look at him, putting on airs like he's some sort of native dwarf. I'd be surprised if he's ever even been out of the city in his entire life. You can always smell a city dwarf a mile away. He's probably got a manicure. His beard looks a bit scraggly too. Probably out past his bedtime.
Come on, Virgil. Enough. Now, what seems to be the problem, sir?
I was saying that it was bloody rude of you to be asking me, a dwarf, for his name. It's not something to be thrown out and away like the day's rubbish.
Oh, forgive me. I wasn't aware of such a breach in etiquette.
I suppose you're none to blame, stranger. Perhaps I am a little quick-tempered myself. Please forgive my harsh words. You may call me Magnus.
All right. Pleasure, Magnus. What were you saying about a dwarf's name, then?
Well, dwarves are an ancient race, and our traditions run deep. A dwarf's true name, his family name, is a sacred thing, a thing of mystery and power. Magnus is my common name. If I knew you well, I'd also tell you my family name. But Magnus will do for now.
Okay, why are you so protective about your family name, then?
Dwarven names are symbolic, a reflection of our history,
Mhm.
who we are. A dwarf who gives just anyone his name has no respect for that history.
I see. Thank you for the lesson, Magnus.
It's nice to meet an outlander who tries to understand our ways. Well met, my friend. Now, how can I help you?
Might I ask you a few questions, then?
What is it that you need to know?
You know what the establishment this is?
Yes, I do. And I curse the day I ran across the devils who own it.
Oh.
Ungodly bunch they are.
Hmm.
I can only guess what goes on behind those doors. That building is the headquarters for the infamous P. Schuyler and Sons.
What can you divulge about P. Schuyler's and Sons, then?
What can I divulge, you ask? Where would you like me to begin? P. Schuyler and Sons is the oldest business in Tarrant, a trader in jewelry and the occasional rare or sought-after trinket or bauble. Their business reputation is untarnished, second to none.
And yet there's something strange about them?
Strange. Strange doesn't begin to describe what they are.
Huh.
Do you know that no one has seen the supposed owner, Polonius Schuyler, or his sons in more than 15 years?
Ow.
But even then, the gentleman who saw them, a trader in gems from Ireland, died a week later from what they could only describe as consumption.
Consumption? Wow. I'm not sure what consumption is a keyword for, or you know how back in the olden days, the newspapers, they have like keywords for different ailments and things, right? But not different ailments. Like in the obituaries, they have different keywords to refer to different things, and you know, people who are in the know about what they are. And wonder what death by consumption actually means. But yeah, what else is said about them?
Have you heard about the Eyeless Five?
Hmm.
8 years ago, there were 5 ruby pendants sold at auction through P. Schuyler and Sons. All the ladies who wore them were murdered, their eyes plucked from their heads.
Wow. Why would Skyland's and Guns, you know, plot to kill the customers? Then,
Why do madmen do anything?
Ah.
They're bloody madmen, that's why. If you're not going to use the sense you were born with, then I'll not continue. Suffice it to say that P. Schuyler and Sons is an extremely unusual company, and I'm not the only one to think so.
I understand, Magnus, but what are you doing here then?
I might ask you the same, my friend. You seem awfully curious about P. Schuyler and Sons. What brings you here?
Okay, so we could divulge to him about the ring, which is not too bad, I guess, because I'm investigating the ring because I don't want to insult Magnus or our future party member here. So let's just go ahead and talk to him about it. I'm investigating a ring. It appears they were the sellers.
Interesting. I, too, am investigating one of their products. I saw it for sale in a pawn shop down the merchant's quarter, and it had their imprint. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, very much so. A dwarf shows you a rather plain-looking bronze bracelet with some faded scratchings, barely visible along its outer surface. On the inside, you see the imprints of P. Schuyler and Sons. A rather nondescript piece, I say. What is its significance then?
Nondescript? This bracelet is ancient. An unbelievable find. And the final piece to a puzzle I've spent my whole life trying to unravel.
Okay, out with it, man. Don't keep me hanging on a thread.
Do you see these dwarven gauntlets I wear? They were given to me by my grandfather, who in turn received them from his. Do you see the symbol carved on them? It's the same as the symbol carved on the bracelet. These gauntlets are the only link I possess to my ancestors, my clan, lost to my family since before any of us can remember.
Oh my goodness. I think it's like kind of appropriate that we spent so long talking to him that it's turned to night already. So who was your clan? Why was your family separated from them then?
Never ask a dwarf the name of his clan. I'd sooner cut my beard than tell you the sacred name of my people. Such an action might be considered blasphemy. And as for my family, that's none of your concern. We were lost to them, and I've spent the last 200 years looking for where they might have gone.
Yeah, about 200 years, right? Okay. Just very sorry. I say, have you spoken to the Skylers about this then?
That, my friend, is the point of this whole story. I've tried on multiple occasions to speak with the Skylers concerning this bracelet and where they got it. But I've been stonewalled by their employees from the very beginning. They're hiding something. I know it.
Okay, what could they possibly be trying to conceal?
The sources behind their inventory, the reasons for their exclusiveness, who knows? But I do know that I'm going to find out where they got this bracelet, regardless of what is necessary to do so.
I see. Well, perhaps we could, work together? Magnus?
Perhaps. I do see some potential in you, my friend, and you seem trustworthy. Done. Let us proceed and throw some light on this mystery.
Well said, Magnus. Good to have you on aboard, yeah. Oh, but yeah, you could see that Magnus could get possibly quite annoying, but of course, he has some of the better bits of dialogue here available. But let's go ahead and... Oh, actually, we could right-click and then talk to him that way. But we're actually going to talk to Magnus for a bit.
How can I help you?
Let's trade. The reason we want to trade with Magnus, at least for now, is because Magnus here has a little bit of a something of a... Let's just give him all of our stuff here. He has some abilities that is going to be quite useful for us right now. And if you are planning to play a tech build, but you don't have, you're not planning to, say, learn some schematics, Magnus here, if you check out his inventory, let me just
What is it that you want?
let me see your things though. We're going to remove the axe here from Virgil. Yep. And give Magnus the axe because I think he has a little bit more strength than Virgil. Very good. And as you can see here, Magnus immediately equipped the axe here. No problem. Right. But the cool thing about Magnus is...
How can I help you?
I've got a few questions for you,
What
Magnus.
do you need to know?
Magnus here is based on melee and dodge like so. He also has not a lot of skills, but as a dwarf, he does have a small technological boost to all of his other stats. So, and usually whenever you actually want to play as a tech character, dwarves are probably the best ones to actually use because they do get a boost in tech. But most importantly, Magnus here has tech learned in mechanical plus a mechanical plus the smithy. And as you can see here, if you spec your character into smithy, you have stuff like pure ores and balanced swords, and in the future featherweight axes. But I'm not sure when will Magnus get his featherweight axe unlocked. But he does get all the way up to dwarven gauntlets here. All of them very, very useful items. Yep. As well as on the mechanical side, he actually is able to craft this. Let me see here. Eye gear eventually, which increases visual perception, which is super useful for a gunman like ourselves. So Magnus will prove very useful for us in the long run if we decide to keep him as a party member, and he's actually essential to a good as a good character.
How can I help you?
Like for example, if we ask him, "Can you make something for me?" Yeah, immediately he could actually do all this tech here. We could also, I'm not sure if we could ask him to use like build stuff using learned schematics. Like, you know, over here. Wait. I don't think we can though. Yeah, I don't think we can. Because, yep, learned schematics is for us and for us only. But yeah, we could actually make pure ore now. And if you are planning to combine their items like so, you could actually do that. We could also make spike traps if we want to make some and sell some. But if we could head to the next page, you will also see that Magnus can make one of these balanced swords. And balanced swords will be the best weapons we're going to be able to make or get until much later in game. So if we go ahead and
What is it that you want of me?
trade things with Virgil here. Even, yeah, it's even better than say the axe that we've actually given to Magnus. But yeah, we're gonna ask him to give back balanced sword here and go over to Virgil. Come on, Virgil. Oh yeah, we probably want to give him this amulet as well so he could use it. And if we give Virgil this sword, he'll, yep, equip it. And eventually, if we go ahead and pick up some more fine hilts, we could actually equip our entire party with all that stuff. But let's go ahead and have a look at some of the places we can go to here. This is, what's her name? The Moorland residence. Greetings. Who are you? Sorry for intruding. I'm Laura, the housekeeper. Training as an apprentice, really? I'll forget it. I'll go now. This is the wrong residence I actually wanted to jump into. But yeah, there's a bunch of things we need to do here before we recruit our next character. But most likely we're going to need to talk to this Miss Pettibone that we talked to earlier. Good, you came. I need to know whatever you can be. Need to know whenever you can be discreet. I need to know whether you can be discreet. Goodness, I have something very important I need done, but no one must know about it. My discretion depends on whether you're asking me for, miss. Yes. Give me a sec. There we go. Excuse me, where are my manners? I am Mrs. Cassandra Pettibone, wife of Basil Catchybone. the lower assemblyman of the gnomish conglomerate within the Industrial Council. Welcome, my humble abode. So you're proud to be a trophy wife of a silly little gnome? No. Pleased to meet you. Now about this job. I must tell you, I've been in such a state since that Mrs. Willisby brought home her elven funeral dagger. She thinks she's such the height of fashion. Okay. Let's go ahead and immediately be on her side. The bag. How dare she flaunt herself that way? Yep. Isn't it dreadful? The arrogance. So you could see how important it is for me to put her in her place? You're mentally unstable. No. Do you have something specific in mind? Here, look at this. Here, have you heard about the elven burial catacombs that have unearthed in the more Bohem plains? Look at the engraving on the scenery stone. It is simply fabulous. I must have it. Yeah. It seems a bit dangerous. What are you willing to pay then? I'd be prepared to offer you 250 coins for your troubles. No, fine. Agreed. But yeah, we could actually go and do that as well. Let's see what else we could do. Let's actually go and have a look at this fella right here. What does he have to say? Come on, game. Eh, what? Would you happen to know a fellow named Lucan? The witless one. Pure genius he is. Friend of yours? Not really. He mentioned an underground of thieves, though. Oh, he did it, he. He never did know when to keep his silly mouth of his shut. What about it, then? Fancy yourself a thief, do you? Not particularly, but I'd like to become one. Are you certain of that? Or are you simply playing with the idea of the glamorous life of a thief? Glamorous. Yeah, I'm certain. Well then, you need to be making the acquaintance of a right good bloke named Thaddeus Minor. He's the underground contact for this area. The underground? A loose confederation of thieves it is. Keeps us from stepping on someone else's work. Thaddeus always knows the best jobs, and you should pay him a visit at the houses on the corner of Westro, South and Quilton Bend. I'll send you word for him to expect you. Okay, thank you, I think. Okay. But, yep. We learned about the thieves underground here. There's a Willisby residence. We're not going to go into there as of yet. But because a couple of other things that we want to do. We'll also see what else we can actually do here. And this is the Gentleman's Club. All right, let's talk to the doorman here. Okay, doorman, might I go in for a drink, please? Of course, sir. We only ask you conduct yourself in a gentlemanly manner. Allow me to open the door. Please enjoy yourself. This is the Gentleman's Club, so if you're a woman, you need to actually do jump through a couple of hoops to be able to, say, enter the club. But we'll probably do that on a separate playthrough. All right, let's go talk to the grab the Tarrant newspaper, and let's have a look at this human city dweller here, if he has something to say. Hey, buddy. Oh, the smell of alcohol is coming from this fellow. Fairly gagged you. What is it? Who might you be? But might I ask who you are? Okay. Sure. He looks you intently, successfully attempt to focus on you. I am the Honorable Matt Esquire. Okay, I take my leave of you. Fine, Matt. What about you, Humi Noble? What do you know, friend? Just enjoy my drink. I'd rather be left alone. All right, I'm going to quick save here, because sometimes whenever you enter bars, what is your name, sir? I'm Myth. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing here, Mr. The professional gambler? Right, spend most of my time here at the club. You can always find me here. My favorite game is Gentleman's Dice. Okay. Fascinating. May your luck continue. Tell me about this club, maybe? What can you tell me about the services here? Uh, Club is the best in Tehran. Surroundings are comfortable and peaceful. The staff is excellent. They're discreet and accommodating at the same times. But um, I'm going to save state over here as well, because if we use pickpocket, we could actually look at his inventory for now. I don't want to accidentally pickpocket stuff that we don't need. But he has some gold, and he has a decent gold ring. Nothing too important here. So he's the wrong character we want to actually engage with. Let's talk to him as well. I do not associate with humans. Wow. Might you ask you who you are? And the elf just goes, better you don't ask questions like that, friend. Likely the bloke to get a bloke like you in a world of trouble. I mean, I know no offense. It's just the way of things around here. I appreciate the tip, friend. The man looks at you calculating. He seems to have made the decision. Look, are you looking for work, friend? Are you a man that can keep your mouth shut? Make yourself a handful of gold. I appreciate the work. I am new around here. He comes closer, his features hardening. This is no cut-purse jaunt, my friend. The job is not difficult, but the price for failure is death. Do you understand another? Clearly. What is it that I need to do? Here's the word, friend. In my hand, I have a sealed note. You're to take it from directly the address to tell you you're not to look at the note, will know if you have, and that would be most unfortunate. You paid 100 gold pieces for your trouble. No questions asked. Okay, fine. I'm your man. Oh, very well. He hands you the note. Deliver it to the 36th Low Dervish Row and collect your money. Bid you good day. That's a free rid of money. Why not? But if we do look at the note, it's going to cause us a lot of trouble. But yeah, gentlemen's club. Why not? What do you know, friend? Just having a drink. Perhaps you're interested in the game of wits. This is important. I'll bet you 500 coins, and if you don't know the answer to the questions I have, I'll bet you 500 coins you don't know the answer to the question I have. Sure. Which of these is not a technological discipline? Okay. We could either therapeutics is, herbology is, chemistry is, electrical is, so it's definitely biology. And if we select the correct one, nicely done. Here's your money. Yep, that's one of the easiest ways in the game to make some money. And with a quick save available, it is also a great way to just in general get some cash. And there's also the Bridesdale Inn, and then there's the Doorman. But we're not going to enter and sleep at the inn yet. Let's see if we could go somewhere else. We have Smith's Gun Shop. My goodness. But I think it's locked because it's late at night now. Let's see what else we could actually do here. We could talk to the paper boy. This is actually the train station. Let's talk to guard. Sir, I haven't time to talk. May I ask you a question, sir? Never mind. You're not the guard we're looking for. What can I do for you? I don't believe I had the pleasure. Who are you? If you remember from one of the notes we've gotten from the blimp accident, IFS severe crash, it talks about a guard in the Vermilion station that we could talk to. Who are you? I go by the name Jared, captain of the Vermilion station guard. You have to excuse my somber mood. I'm a bit on the distracted side, lately. Yeah. What is troubling you, sir? Oh, well. My girlfriend, Wilhelmina, she was on the Zephyr, you know. The blimp that crashed in Shrouded Hills. Well, we've no word of the survivors yet. I was part of the rescue team. I have a note for you. Wilhelmina, where is she? I'm sorry, but she's dead. No. My condolences, sir. And if you read the letter, you will also see that she accepted his proposal. Jared proposed to her, and she said yes. Before composing, yeah, I have no right to ask this of you, but can you do me a favor? Of course, sure. Could you stop by the stonecutters for me? I need a tombstone made from Wilhelmina. It was very important to me. He shops on the corner of Mulligan Alley and East End Avenue. Please tell him to come and visit me. I can't leave my post. Of course. Of course. And that's quite unfortunate, but yep, some experience points. Let's see if some of these doors are unlocked. And yes, it is. Let's talk to you, Mr. Well-to-do businessman. And I think he's going to be the last person we talk to for a little bit. Okay. Hello. Be quick about it, please. Sorry, it's late, isn't it? Might I ask your name? I'm Mr. Wright, editor of the Tarantian newspaper. Editor of the Tarantian, finest newspaper in Northern. And who are you? What can I help you with? Do you have a job that I could do? Well, it is Tarantian. News is our business. The first thing that pops into mind when you mention work is news. Do you have any worthy stories? We pay quite well. Well, I am the sole survivor of the IFS Zephyr. Does that qualify? No, you? You are the sole survivor of the IFS Zephyr tragedy? What a godsend. I must have your story. I'll pay you 500 coins on the spot if you answer my questions. Sure. 500. You've got a hell of a story, Mr. Wright. Ask away. So we just get a bunch of money immediately. And we're going to get a bunch of more money if we walk around as well. First of all, I realize that this is a very traumatic experience. Please take your time. If you need to stop in a few moments, I fully understand. Are you ready? Yes. Thank you for understanding. We can begin. So, Myth, are you the sole survivor? You are the sole survivor from the horrendous IFS Zephyr disaster. Yes, I'm sorry to say that no one else survived the impact. Do you have any idea what caused the great airship to plummet? There was a tremendous explosion. It shook the entire vessel. Yes, I didn't see anything in the air, but I did hear the sound of gunfire. Gunfire at that altitude, how's that possible? I also heard engines. I believe there were 2 different ones. Engines? The Zephyr was one of a kind. What else could you have been up to? Well, there was a wreckage also near the blimp. It was some sort of strange craft. More flying craft? Incredible. So, you don't think it was an accident or sabotage? You're telling me that the IFS Zephyr was shot out of the sky deliberately by some sort of secret aircraft? Yes, that's as much as I've been able to piece together. Looking strange, a mixture of shock and elation. Myth. You've given me the story of a lifetime. Thank you so much. Here's the coin I promise. You've more than earned it. I've got to get this to the presses immediately. Goodbye. Well, wait, I know you're in a hurry, but is there anything else I could do? Well, I don't have any openings at the moment, but there's a small job you could do. It pays 75 coins. Interested? Yeah, sure. Yes, I am. Here's the payment note. I need it to deliver to Mrs. Halster. Her house is located on Devonshire and Vermilion. Return to me after delivery and I'll give you 75 coins. All right, I'll be back soon. Fine. And is this door open? Yes. But with that being said, I think 50 minutes is a good cutoff point. Tarant is a huge place. And there's a couple of very interesting things we could do over here. But I think I have to cut things short here. And on the next episode, we will be looking for another party member, since we could have 3 maximum followers right now. And we'll also continue on our bits and bobs of questing. But until then, it's me, I'm Biggy. I'll be back. See you guys next time, and bye for now.